Welcome to my garden. Hi, I'm Debbie, and in this series we're going to be visiting with non-professional gardeners. I repeat, non-professional, who for whatever reason found a love and a passion for gardening. They may not have had a clue about what they were doing, but they forged ahead and it all turned out beautifully anyway. They may have had help with the heavy work, but the maintenance and the ideas are all theirs. So, welcome to my garden. Hi. Today's garden belongs to Anne Hearn Tobolowski, and she has some wonderful surprises for us. So,
Welcome to my garden.
okay, let's go.
Okay. I'll give you some mint
Oh.
tea.
This is just beautiful. I feel like I'm in the Riviera or some wonderful tropical paradise here.
Want a cookie?
How many ferns you have in your yard? In a Southern California yard. Look
Well,
at this.
They just do it themselves. I can't take any credit for that. They were here and I just keep trying to keep them off the sidewalk.
They were in when you moved in, the ferns, and then they just propagated by themselves.
Yeah. They grow on any conditions, it seems, in any kind of dry, wet, sun, light.
So one of the main problems you had when you moved into the house was all the trees, and you wanted to find some open space.
Right, there was no sunlight, so you couldn't really grow anything. There was no grass. I'll show you.
Okay.
A lot
I'm
of
taking my
trees.
tea and my
Yes,
cookie.
please, please. So there were some along the wall here, some big trees, I think eucalyptus, not huge, but medium.
Uh-huh.
And then here on either side of the pathway were some cedar trees that died, and they had to be cut down. And on this side was a huge pepper tree where the sun is. So there was
Really?
nothing but packed hard dirt, adobe dirt, and no grass. So we
This
had
is
to take that
perfect.
tree down. We took my husband and I lugged all the grass back here to sod it.
You did it yourself?
And now
Look, the surprise! It's bunnies!
they're working very hard to undo the grass. You can see they've dug a hole there. You have to beware of the rabbit hole. And they pulled all the dirt out and put it on top of the grass.
I'm expecting Alice in Wonderland
You-
any
you
second.
could- we have no idea how far it goes,
Oh
but
my
we suspect.
goodness. Can we go in?
Sure.
Can
sure.
we go in? I'm sorry. I have
Yeah.
to.
Now I don't know. They're not wild or anything, but they might run down the hole. So.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
step in there
Well,
like that?
That's
And
fine.
I'm going to
Oh,
leave you
can
in
I?
there. And can I run? Go get a grape leaf. Because
Yes.
they love
Go
grape
get a
leaf.
grape leaf.
Okay.
Now, while you're running,
Yeah, you just be still.
this
and
is
see the-
Gwenda Ladd.
Gwendolyn turned out to be a fella, a brother. So
He's
he's
a
a
brother.
Gwendolad, and this is Myra.
This is Myra.
So hold on, I'll go get a grape leaf for you.
Oh, you're so precious. Hey, Gwenda Ladd. I hear you had an identity crisis at one point. Oh my
Try
goodness,
this.
are they so
Offer
precious?
that.
So this is a grape,
Grape
leaf?
leaf? Yeah,
And they
love
like
those.
these?
They love them.
Myra and Gwenda Ladd in this gorgeous garden. Oh, so wonderful. This is so special to have these in your beautiful garden. And I think this is special because you cut the trees down and you have this, you come from like a little tropical garden into this wonderful little oasis here with sunlight and everything. It's just perfect.
Yeah, it's been a nice balance between the two.
What I really like is this over here that I really want everyone to see.
Okay, which part?
I want everybody to see this bit of architecture back here with these simple wooden areas. That it's just so beautiful the way it's all laid out.
Well, this part was kind of the inspiration, the first sunny spot we had.
Oh,
And so this was just, it took a lot of digging and getting out rocks and construction material that I think they piled everything here when they were building this little guest house thing. So I always liked the potage, kind of French vegetable herb a flower garden all mixed together. So this was my little miniature herb garden idea. There's some sweet woodruff under there. There's a little lettuce that'll of course go away when it gets hotter. But in the early spring, usually Valentine's Day, we always plant lettuce for each other.
What?
So
Tell
February
me.
14th,
No.
lettuce goes in the ground.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that. Why do you plant lettuce for yourselves for each other on Valentine's?
Just in California, it's like late enough in the year that it isn't going to get too beat up by the rain, and it's warm enough, and it's not too. Once it gets later in the year, it's too hot and it tastes bitter.
What made you pick that as a gesture of
I
Valentine's?
don't know. We just
What?
did.
That's something I've never heard. That's wonderful.
This is called feverfew, and it gets like little daisy-like flowers. And this I planted back here like 5 years ago. So every year, one or two seem to come back.
Yeah.
This rosemary bush has been here since this was went in the original garden, which is I think 2000.
I love
No.
rosemary.
I think maybe it was like 10 years ago we first started this section.
Really? And
Yeah.
this grew from a small little planting?
Yeah,
Wow.
It's just a little plant.
Rosemary, and you really can't kill rosemary,
No,
can
it's
you?
a great. So we have a couple tomato plants that we're given a stab at.
What I love is this template that
Yeah.
you've created can be used for just about anything. It's just a really unique little piece of your garden that you can come to with a little different flavor. I think it's terrific. And did you do the boards yourself?
Yeah, we did.
Oh my God, you didn't even have help with the heavy work.
No,
I would like to head over to the sitting area because I just think that's lovely over
Okay.
there.
Well, I'll show you one more thing before we go.
Oh, absolutely.
This grape is a grapevine here, and this was here when we moved in '94. But my husband built this arbor based on a picture from a medieval gardening book.
Are you
And it's about ready to collapse too, but he made it, so it's very, very
so
precious to me. And see, it's got we get grapes every year. It's got a few baby grapes coming. The rabbits like the leaves for treats.
the grape leaves for trees for
and
bunnies.
these are blackberry. It volunteered as well. I didn't plant that. It just showed up.
The blackberry just
Blackberry
showed up.
showed up. That's fine with me.
Wow, you just never
Well,
know.
come this way. Okay.
Yes, this is the other thing I love. Ah! Watch out for rose bushes. Now, this is gorgeous, and I'm seeing lots of ferns,
Yeah.
and then they just stop.
Well, we took them out from here.
Oh, that was...
Because I wanted to plant the lemon tree, which was in a pot in the front. We'll see that in a minute. But just wanted to get something more than just the ferns growing, because there's more sun here. But we only got this far, so eventually this will have to go. And the dead eucalyptus tree, but I hate to see it go because the woodpeckers love to go in the tree.
And you know what? That'll keep the woodpeckers from attacking your house. Because
Oh.
they do attack houses
Oh.
too. They go after the bugs in my house.
Oh. Okay, well we can sneak through this way.
Okay. Oh, and you know what I also love? I love this path.
I hate
You hate
I hate the whatever this concrete stuff is, but we didn't put that. That was there.
Okay.
So I just
Well,
haven't got a better plan yet. So I
it
just
works
leave it.
for me. It works for me. And I love it. It's all mossy, and you just feel like it's like all these different kinds of gardens in one yard. That's what I love. Now, this, I wanted you to talk about.
They're happier. They bear fruit outside. I have to do nothing to them once a year. I throw a little fertilizer in there.
Now, how do they do, being fruit trees, how do they do in the pot? They're doing great,
You
but...
tell me.
Oh, do I peel this?
You just bite it.
Oh, I just bite it?
It's a little sour, but
Sour,
Oh.
but
I'm
delicious.
sorry. I'm sorry. I should have done that to you.
No, but it's still,
Yeah.
it's, you know what, it's so fresh because it
Yeah.
just came from the
Well,
tree.
the squirrels love it. They steal them off and go sit on the stump and eat on that stump.
Of course they do.
So on the big
This is just, it's like, it's another living area. Another living area, which I love that you've got these little different areas. You've got the table over there, and then you've got this under this incredible tree. I love the cage.
So this was a compromise to contain them somewhat from eating everything, to give them enough space to move around and run. But also we lost the other rabbits. We think the hawk comes down from the hills, and that's the suspicion. So we only put them out here when we can be nearby to watch them.
You have to be out here
Yes.
to protect them, so you're making yourself take time for yourself and enjoy your beautiful garden.
So, and you hear the crows?
You get a lot of crows?
We do have a lot of crows, and we used to hate them. But since the hawk arrived, we've learned to listen to the crows. And when they start going, usually the hawk's around. So if we have to run inside for something, if we hear those crows, it's like everybody's running to the yard, like to check.
It's
to make
urban
sure.
living.
It's like it's like
Crows
the
and
neighborhood
hawks.
watch. The crows have become neighborhood watch for us.
Oh my goodness. Tell me what this garden means to you, or did it inspire anything in you? Was it a revelation? Do you find any insights by being out here? I mean, especially because you did it yourself and you've put your heart and soul into it.
Well, I think we always wanted to have a plan, but we were never in a position where we could like get a master plan going. So it's always just kind of been by piecemeal. Some years it looks better than others, but it's just sort of a respite, a place for us to kind of sit, watch the rabbits, enjoy the birds, pick up the leaves, pull the weeds. I try not to interfere with it too much.
Oh, that's a wonderful.
So I like things to volunteer, and I like the surprise of finding, oh, there's a thistle from 3 years ago we planted. Look, there's a baby plant. I was telling you earlier, for example, the fig tree just volunteered. It just showed up. We didn't plant it, and it took about 5 years. Last summer we got figs off of it for the first time. So it's sort of, it's like a place of renewal, rejuvenation, survival. My husband dug up and planted all of the rose bushes for me as a surprise. And it's like, so there's a lot of energy that's gone into it of ourselves. That's just a place for us to kind of be together, enjoy the time together, enjoy nature, leave the city, but be here.
This is just wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your garden.
Thank you. You're welcome anytime.
I'm going to take you up on that. And I'm going to also take you up on more cookies.
Please.
Okay.
There's 2 kinds in there. So.
Oh, really? I have to have the
Okay.
other. Oh, boy.